From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
The All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is the News 8 Daily 8.
Now the latest news.
Kylie Conway has all the news you need to know.
And more.
Please stand by.
Now, here's Wish TV's Kylie Conway.
Hi, this is Kylie Conway, and this is the News 8 Daily 8 for Tuesday, July 21st. We're tracking the chance for a few isolated strong to severe storms this evening. The primary severe threats tonight are strong winds, lightning, and some heavy rain. Mostly cloudy and mild overnight with light winds with a low of 73. Keep the umbrella handy for tomorrow. Showers and storms will bring heavy rain, gusty winds, and some lightning. It'll be warm and muggy, above normal afternoon temperatures actually, with isolated strong to severe storms possible and a high of 86 degrees. Indianapolis Metro Police have arrested a father for the murder of his 10-year-old son. IMPD arrested Anthony DeBaya in Missouri after a state trooper found him in his car there, reportedly as he was running from police. Police had been searching for his 10-year-old son, Natoka Kelly. DeBaya still has not said anything to police about how his son died. But according to court papers, DeBaya told at least two people what happened. The papers say 37-year-old man suffocated his son with a bag inside of his apartment and then took the boy into the bathroom to make sure he was dead. Shortly afterwards, DeBaya called a family friend and said what he'd done. Investigators say the boy had told his mother earlier that his father was going to kill him because the child had made him angry. When officers entered the apartment, according to the court papers, the scene was nothing short of horrendous. There was blood all over the bathroom. DeBaya was gone, and there was no sign of the 10-year-old boy. Earlier, DeBaya had apparently asked a friend for some luggage. On Sunday morning, according to the probable cause, he is seen on surveillance video loading items into his vehicle and then throwing one bag into a community dumpster. He sent a text message to someone identified as HK that said, "Sometimes I hear a voice. My son is in heaven." Late Sunday evening, DeBaya called someone in Texas and told them, "I just killed my son." DeBaya was picked up by a Missouri state trooper and taken into custody. When he gets back to Indiana, he could face life in prison. DeBaya is being held in Macon County Jail there in Missouri. IMPD detectives have inspected his vehicle and found bloodstains in the back of that vehicle. Police have not recovered the 10-year-old's remains. And police are saying as many children will stay away from schools for some time longer because of the pandemic, it is very important to report anything suspicious you might see to law enforcement so officers can be sure to step in and keep our children protected. Racegoers at the 104th running of the Indianapolis 500 will be required to wear masks, and attendance will be limited to 25% capacity at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The track announced this today. Concerns about the spread of the coronavirus pushed the race from its customary Sunday before Memorial Day to August 23rd. Then on June 26th, IMS announced it would be limiting attendance to 50% capacity and gave fans the option to give up their seats and have priority at next year's race. At the time of that announcement, the track said there was no plan to lift the local TV blackout of the live race. Ticket sales will stop after Friday, further limiting the number of people who will attend. A detailed plan with guidelines and protocols for the race will be released to the public tomorrow. That's Wednesday, the 22nd. IMS says it will fulfill all ticket requests received by existing customers with tickets sent out beginning in the first week of August. The Indianapolis Zoo is canceling this year's Zoobilation fundraising event. The zoo says it made the decision to support the health and safety of the community. The black tie event had already been pushed to August 14th. The zoo now plans to host its 2021 event on June 11th. To the latest numbers now, state health officials confirmed the most deaths in more than a month. 20 Hoosiers died between July 6th and yesterday. So far, there are 2,652 deaths related to the virus. Another 734 Hoosiers have been diagnosed. That brings the statewide case total to nearly 58,000. And as far as Indiana's reopening stages, Governor Holcomb said he and Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett are watching this pandemic and poring over the data minute by minute. Right now, states including California, Texas, Michigan, and Florida have reversed reopening plans. We have paused our plans. Just days ago, the governor said we're going to stand still at stage 4.5, and Governor Holcomb says we could stay there for weeks or even months. The Boone County Health Dept says schools should offer a hybrid schedule for middle and high school students. Officials say research shows the virus spreads at higher rates among kids ages 11 to 19. So it recommends schools split up student populations into groups so they're not at school on the same day. The department says elementary students should go to in-person classes, and those schools should make sure everyone frequently washes their hands, wears masks, and socially distances. And a relief for parents who need extended childcare. The YMCA is continuing their summer program to help families before the school year begins. YMCA is helping families in Wayne and Warren Township schools, including Hamilton Southeastern County schools, as the districts have delayed their reopening. Seasonal staff will remain working until Labor Day to help out. Staff members say the YMCA will remain to be a fun place for kids, but it will also be a more structured environment, and that means making sure e-learning assignments get done. Each YMCA location will have a drop-off and pick-up site. It's where staff members will check kids' temperatures and ask screening questions before they're allowed inside. Everyone will be required to wear a mask. The YMCA will also be working with local churches to maximize social distancing guidelines. And today, the Indiana Black Legislative Caucus and Democratic leaders announced they're urging the governor to call a special legislative session. Senate Democratic leader Tim Lanane says the goal of this special session would be to pass police reform measures, expand absentee voting to all Hoosiers for the general election in November, and to implement legislative oversight in the distribution of federal COVID-19 relief funding received by Indiana. The special session would be held next month. The legislature adjourned its regular session on March 11th and is currently not scheduled to take up new measures until January 2021. Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden wants to spend $750 billion to improve child and elderly care. Biden unveiled his newest economic proposal this afternoon. It would cost $775 billion over 10 years. The plan is designed to create 3 million new jobs caring for older people and improve early education for children. Biden says the plan would be paid for by reducing tax breaks for real estate investors. He'd also increase compliance with existing tax laws for higher earners. 2 Chinese hackers are now accused of targeting firms developing COVID-19 vaccines. The Justice Department charged the hackers today with trade secret theft and wire fraud conspiracy. The government says the hackers stole hundreds of millions of dollars worth of intellectual property from companies across the world. Federal prosecutors say the hackers knew the information would be of interest to the Chinese government. The 2 suspects are not in custody, and prosecutors say calling out the behavior is more worthwhile than waiting for the suspects to travel to the U.S. and risk arrest. This has been your News 8 Daily 8. For Wish TV, I'm Kylie Conway, online at wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
Check out more podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.
allindianapodcastnetwork.com.